Hello! Today we're going to be talking about figure 2.14, which shows the different types of synaptic connections. Our textbook has 4 different kinds of synaptic connections explained to us. The first is called the axodendritic connection, then we have the axosomatic connection, the axoaxonic connection, and then the dendritic connection. The axodendritic connection is shown when the axon terminal of the presynaptic neuron latches onto the dendrites of the postsynaptic neuron. The axosomatic connection is shown when the axon terminal synapses onto the cell body of the postsynaptic neuron. The axoaxonic connection is when the axon terminal of the presynaptic neuron synapses onto the axon terminal of another presynaptic neuron. Finally, we have the dendrodendritic connection, in which the dendrites of the pre- and postsynaptic neurons are synapsed onto one another. A good way for us to remember what these connections look like when we hear the names is by looking at this key. Axo means axon, or refers to the axon. Dendro or dendritic refers to the dendrite. Axonic refers to synapsing onto the axon, synapse as a verb. And then somatic refers to the cell body. So, for example, when we look at axosomatic connections, we know that axo refers to the axon, which here we have the axon terminal. And then we have somatic refers to the cell body. And oh look, it's connected to the cell body. The same way this works for all of the other connections. We have axon, dendritic, which refers to the dendrite. Pretend that's a dendrite. I know it looks a little wonky. We don't body shame dendrites. And then we have axoaxonic, which is axo, and then it's synapsed onto the axon. And then finally we have the dendro, which is dendrite with another dendrite. Dendrite with dendrite. And another thing that helped me remember the types of connections there was by thinking of A, B, C, D. Arms, body, carry, dude, we're holding hands. Arms refers to axodendritic connections, in which the axon terminal is latched onto the arm of the postsynaptic neuron, which would be the dendrite in this situation. And then body refers to the axon terminal latching onto the body of the cell. Then C, carry, would refer to the axoaxonic connection, because this axon terminal is carrying the impulses from this axon terminal. And then D, dude, we're holding hands. You can think of D as double D, or we can also think of dude, we're holding hands, because dendrites looks like they're holding hands. And so that's my little mnemonic for remembering what kind of connections there are. And then this is the key. All right. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial on the different types of synaptic connections.